Good morning. This is Sheila from She's a Sassy Lady, and this morning we have some yummy coffee and a cherry Danish to start out our morning with Gypsy Made Simple. Nothing better than a hot cup of coffee and some Danish. So I'm going to put this aside so we can go to work here. This morning we're going to talk about envelopes. You know, we have so many different cards, and I'm going to use wild card for an example this morning, where we make cards and then matching envelopes, but where we knew how to do it with our Cricut, it then becomes hard with our Gypsy, and it really shouldn't. It should be just as simple as can be. Let's take and make, there's this one card that I like, and let's get it up. It's this one right here. It's the 10, 20, 35. It's the little flower one, and I'm going to make it a 4-inch square. So the first thing I'm going to do is change my little cursor to 4 inches. And then I'm going to go back to this, select it. And I've done a 12 by 24 mat so you can see this a little bit easier. And move this aside a little bit. Now I want to choose the envelope. All I have to do is hit my shift lock and the envelope, and I've got it. Now if you're unsure, and I say this because so oftentimes you see me do it all the time, and I know you do too, is you alter the size of the card. Well, all you have to do to check that is to lay the card on top, highlight it, lay it on top, and see if it fits within that envelope. And look at that, it fits perfect. See how simple that is? That's all you need to do, right? Well, yes and no. Let's go back and let's get all the little pieces of paper that go with it. I am going to pull these apart now because I'm going to leave them at the 4 inches. But we have different layers in here also. So we've got the envelope highlighted. And let's go back. And let's see, we don't want the frame, the phrase, we want the liner of that envelope. And there's the liner. Okay. Now we've got the liner. So we've got the envelope, the liner, and the card. But I think there's a layer on that card too, so I'm going to move this aside for a minute. Highlight the card. And let's take it off of these. Now we've got the flowers back up here. Is there any layers here? Phrase, icon, liner, blackout, alphabet. Maybe not. Oh, wait a minute. Go back, take that off. Let's look. It's that key. I'm going to check every one of these. There it is. There's the flower. It's under icon. There. Now we've got the flower to set on top of there to make a different color. It's that simple. What we've got here is, and you have to look at this and look at it just like it were another item that you were doing layers. You have to have your item selected and then just go one at a time from there. We've got our card with the layer of the flower. We've got the envelope, and we've got the liner for the envelope. That's simple. Don't you love it? Okay, we're going to save this, and I want to show you something else. Save as, I'm going to put 4 by 4 flower card. Now I'm doing a card today. I'm cutting it out. Let's go to that. Open. And it's the love bug card. Let's see if I can't get to it. Oops, I just passed it. Love book, no. Oh, sassy love bug, that's what it is. Sassy love card, no. Boy, I have the hardest time remembering the name of my cards that I do. Love bug card, hello, just like I thought it was. Okay, here's the card. And what I did is I have this set on a 6-inch mat. The reason why I did this is this is one of the things I'm going to do in Dallas, and I'm not going to take my expression with me. I'm going to take my little baby bug, and I wanted to be able to make an envelope. Make cards while I'm there. So some of the files that I'm using, I'm already converting to a 6-inch to fit that. I'm going to bring this back up to a 24 by 12 so that I have all this room. And I'm going to go to my layer 2, which happens to be the inside, or excuse me. I guess that is my layer 2. Oh no, this is a 4 1/4. No, it's a 4 by 5 1/4. But I want to make let's just say I need to make an envelope. I want to make a matching envelope. Now let's go to Just Because Cards, because that's got plenty of envelopes on it. So we'll go to Just Because Cards. Here we go. And I like the shapes of these cards, don't you? Look at these. All different. And the way it's set up is these cards fit in that envelope, these fit in this. I'm going to use this one because I like the shape. See that? How it's... Oh no, let's look. No. That one. I like that one. Okay. I've selected... Oops, I've got 2 selected. Let me go back. That one. Now, right now, my cursor's still set at 4 inches, but I've got to get this up, and it's going to have to be at least 5.5 inches, so we're going to bring it up to where that says 5.5. Okay, and you'll see this card fits nicely in there. And there's plenty of room on the outside because remember I said it's about 1/4 inch less. And that fits. It's that simple. Just make sure your card, and let's do a 5.5 inch. Or let's go to George. When all else fails, I go to George. Or Plantanen, either one of them. Because I want to get a box and I want to see how it fits. So there's George in basic shapes. My shift lock button, and I want that, and I want it in 5.5 inches high. Oops, keep passing that. 5 inches high. Take my little link off, and I want it 4 1/4 this other way. 4.25. There is the exact box, and it's got to fit within there. So what I do is I get it and I check to see, and if it doesn't fit, and it doesn't fit, so my envelope is too small. See what I did there? Double check to see if that little thing will fit in there. So what I've got is it needs to go up a little bit. So let's select the envelope, and I made it a little bit larger that way. 2 hits on that, and my width is fine, but it won't fit in this way, my depth. So what we're going to do is, it's unlinked, and we're going to make the width larger. And I just adjust them to make sure that they fit. Because an envelope doesn't do any good unless it fits the contents. Unless it can hold the contents. And it needs to be just a tad wider. There we go. And see what I'm doing now? I'm just checking to see here. Look at, there's the score lines of the envelope, and there's the box that I just created. That envelope will now fit the card. See how easy that is? And you can do it too. All you do is give it a try. Now, I didn't have anyone posting any files this past week, or if I did 1 or 2, please play along. That's why I do this, to help you. I know how to do it. You need to learn. So please join me in Coffee Cake and get your envelopes done. Talk to you next week. Bye now.